hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're firing me, firing me. Yeah, you're firing me, firing me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. You've got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head. Get you out of my head. To be alive, just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks a beat at time, I cross the ledge just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't even say that I try with a child's play in the rain. I feel like I'm fading. Come on, give it all you got. You're trying to save me, but you're making it all worse. Every time you hear these words, I'll be down the road, cause I know the odds are better on my side. Why don't you try to be wise? I'm calling you dry. I never wanted to be alive, just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks a beat at time, I cross the ledge just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't even say that I try with a child's play in the rain. I feel like
Look at me. I said look at me. This is what a real Drag Race podcaster looks like. Jose Gonzalez.
The bus's wheels are falling off, but it is in fact still running. Auntie Collins.
Yeah, it's running on fumes and hopes and prayers. But you guys are not here for the NFTA Metro Bus podcast. You're here for the motherfucking post show. We're talking all things RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. I did not fuck up the intro this week, so can we give it up for that? Whoop, wrong button.
Was that just a perfect button for that?
You know, I mean, we learn and we move on. It's fine. Everything is fine. You know.
I woof you.
I mean, for a show talking about Drag Race, that is a pretty appropriate name.
Oh, man. What a fucking week, dude.
Audio sounded good. Thank you, Michael. Hello, hello. You know, I had to do the Mickey James intro if I'm wearing the Mickey James shirt, you know.
I love it.
Really cool. Yeah.
That is a really cool shirt.
Yes, this was from the last rodeo, 2022, 2023. On her road back to winning Knockouts title number 5, her 11th world title overall. And I mean, we're going to talk into people winning things multiple times this episode for sure, but what a week it has been. I mean, Auntie Collins, are you all right today? Is today a better day than yesterday or the day before or the day before?
I have my face on, I did not do makeup on my forehead, but we're not talking to her.
I mean, there's people on TikTok that also do that. Like, if they have bangs, they only do, like, from the brows down, which is
just think about that. I probably should do that more. I don't know what my bangs are doing.
Yeah.
They have their own
forehead for both of us. Let's be real.
Thank you for carrying the load. It's just been with having like a high pain day on Thursday and then getting the news. If you hadn't seen my social media, one of my friends, I want to say close friends, but because our lives went in completely separate directions in the last 5 years, we haven't been close. And unfortunately, Hannah McKnight passed away this last week due to her illness. And this happened a couple weeks ago with someone that I was in our friend group, in our extended friend group, and now it's like hitting me a little bit too close to home. So please be kind to yourself. Hug the ones that you love the most. Do something today that makes you happy, and just keep living, because we love you and we want you here. So.
And if there's ever any solace, at least it looks like the GoFundMe is going pretty well, to all things considered. So it shows that it truly does take a village, and it looked like Hannah did have that, whether or not she was dealing with it the best way. Obviously, addiction is not anything that we take lightly around here. If you want to look at the GoFundMe, it just linked in both chats. But I mean, yeah, definitely take some time. If you know someone that's going through a hard time, the best thing you could do is just be there, have your ears open. I don't know, maybe if they're rotted souls like us, maybe have your legs open.
Listen, we're talking about garbage runways. I don't want to talk about rotting things when I have my legs open.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, just remember, closed mouths don't get.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Oh my God. That is why we're here. That is why we are here.
Yeah, we're here to bust on a Saturday afternoon.
Speaking about bussing.
Yeah.
Flavor Celsius. Yes. That's peach vibe. Kind of matches the nails going on these days, but
yeah.
Just the feel.
What the hell lip peptide thing do I have from Ole Hendrickson? Because I'm trying to think. Because it's not really a shade. It's just whatever the orange one is. I don't know. Cocoa butter, acai sterols, and peptides. But it's like super sheer. It's just the best damn lip balm. I don't care.
I love it.
So, but yeah, this is not the lip balm podcast. This is not the. Actually, it is. Kind of
what?
Have Mercy About the Bus podcast.
This isn't the lip balm podcast. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I could just pull up the outro right now. I'm kidding.
Yeah, wait, I can't kick myself out.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of lips, it was Lydia Butthole Collins whose lips puckered their way out of the workroom last week as she sashayed away.
Oh, what an intro.
Yeah, I mean, gone but not forgotten. The lovely Lydia Butthole Collins sashaying away last week after, a pretty tame proctologist performance, but alas, we are here. It is a new week. She left a lovely mirror message. We don't have to chew anybody out like we did Arietti, where it's still fuck Arietti. I will die on that hill.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have to tread on that because we have a top 6. We are getting into the thin of it. I mean, we are really like
skinny queens over
here.
here.
Short weeks away.
I can't believe it, but that. Yeah. How did that happen?
Does it feel like 3 months of the year have already like almost gone by?
It has, but I also feel like I've been stuck in this winter vortex of pain because we got fall spring and now it's back to winter storm warnings over here.
Yeah, we had fall spring too, and now it's snowing.
Snowing? Is there still snow out there?
Yeah. I hate it. I don't know if it's sticking to the ground, but I saw it snowing like 2 hours ago, and I said, I know you're fucking lying, but I mean, speaking of things that have not stuck, you know what hasn't stuck with me? Is the cop-out answers we got last week for who should go home tonight and why, which gets addressed in the workroom, where Anya basically clocks the girls for saying, like, no, like, I'm going off of, like, performance and standings and who the weakest one is, and then Susie basically saying, like, no, you guys answer the question, who do you want to go home? Now, who should? Which, thank you for saying that, because, I mean, at the end of the day, this is your one chance to be, like, messy and, like, say, like, oh, this person's not a threat to me at all. You guys are so in your feelings about who the fuck is actually, like, doing well in the competition, who's not even the true front runner anymore, if we're going to clock that tea.
It's been a while since she's been the front runner, Miss Susie Toots.
Speaking of it's been a while, stream Break the Ice by Britney Spears. How's that for a deep cut?
That's a good one, though.
Yes.
That's a good era. Because it's the most real, you know?
Yeah. You know, 1, 2, 3 just came to me all of a sudden. But, I mean, we are going to get into this week because it's a new week in the workroom. The girls are still congenial. They're realizing, like, hey, we're down to the top 6. And we have a very fun mini challenge that I will say not many people executed well on. I would have loved to do this mini challenge. Like, nothing. I wish we had, like, blank transcripts because it would have been funny to see what the other one would have said about each other. Damn it. But for this week's mini challenge, the girls are paired off with queens that they think get them the best. So we have Jules and Susie Toot together. We have Lexi Love with Anya Nerve, which gets Sam Star in her feelings. Hello, Brendan. Guten Tag. Good afternoon. And we have Sam Star and Lana Jarre together. But I do love that Sam's like, girl, Lexi, what are you doing? Like, you're the one I'm closest to. Why'd you dip on me? To which, like, Lexi in her confessional's like, well, if I'm close to, like, whoever performs well, by proxy, I'm going to perform well. Which, say it with me. What do I say every week?
Foreshadowing.
But yes, the queens are tasked with writing each other's drag race bios in the style of the Mad Libs, where they're going to be filling in the blanks, and they have 15 minutes to come up with their best bio. And the girls come, they go, but only one stood out as a top prospect. So Jules Sparkles wins this challenge for her writing of Susie Toot's bio, which I have pulled up. And it reads as a quote, or it reads as such, and I quote, there we go, I can speak English, the only language I can speak. I am Suzanne Boots. My ultimate dream is to sing on that show where they trade antiques. I draw my inspiration from Bette Midler and Ronald McDonald, blending their styles to create something truly hard to look at. I'm about to launch my own line of canned cocktails. I'm calling them House of the Great Depression. And if you stay cerebral, you ain't gotta get cerebral. And cerebral spelled wrong.
How do you spell cerebral? I can't even say it. How do you spell cerebral?
With letters. I mean, I'm looking right at it, so I know how to spell it, but...
S-E-R-E-B-A.
No.
S-E-R...
No.
S-E-R?
No!
E-E-R?
I was gonna say, did you watch a Triple H match in the mid to late 2000s?
He used to be my favorite.
The Cerebral Assassin?
Well, it ain't spelled with an H.
I mean, Michael got it right. Yes, it is Cerebral. Cerebral.
You can't spell cereal without... Am I okay? Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I am terrible at actual spelling. I as someone who, one of my majors is English, and I love reading, my brain doesn't put letters in correct orders. And in 7th grade, I was panicking because maybe I'm dyslexic. Maybe I'm just like undiagnosed over here. But I was having a really hard time learning how to spell. So I did the old arm trick, right? Writing them on my arm, had my sleeve like this. However, I'm a sweaty babe. So I go to do this. And the ink started coming off my arm. And I'm like, looking at my arm, like, can't even cheat correctly.
I mean, you know, as a former 2-time Campus West Elementary School Spelling Bee winner and an unofficial ensemble member in my high school's production of the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, I say, who cares?
But yeah, that was my entire life. I was crippled by
sweat.
Crippled by spelling.
And washable markers.
Yeah.
But I mean, my thing is just, unless you're going on fucking Wheel of Fortune or you're doing like a crossword puzzle, spelling really doesn't matter in the day and age of autocorrect and editors. Like, think about it. Your misspelling kept someone's job alive until AI inevitably took it.
Well, listen, these aren't coming woof anytime soon, so.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what you need to do is you need to wait. If you can find what the old spelling test was, you should get that as a tool too. Just like what the answers were.
The first letter or the first word will be cerebral, just so you know. C-R. Wait.
It should be the misspelling.
C. I can't even spell it correctly. It's right there. Oh!
Just. What?
I thought the chicken was lovely.
One of these days I'm going to remember what my own fucking soundboard is, but
alas. Do you create? I assume you create your own soundboard.
I mean.
Good evening, class.
Oh, amen. Amen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this show has a lot of gay men, but, you know. Just for AI to spell it worse. Honestly, truly. I mean, the only thing that's worse than AI spelling is what they think a human hand looks like.
What?
Have you ever seen those
pictures?
Like AI generative photos of like all the fingers are always fucked up?
Always, the teeth are fucked up, the fingers are fucked up, the way that joints, like, I love seeing them because
my first time.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't want to disorient your joints.
No. I mean, I get so weak in the knees. Okay, that's enough. But we do find out for this week's Maxi Challenge, we're taking it back to All-Star 6 for the Charisma, Uniqueness, Nerve, and Talent monologues. A play on the vagina monologues. However, in the words of one Laganja Estranja, oh, y'all wanted a twist, eh? So it's not just them delivering these monologues. They are using their partner that they have from the mini challenge. So whoever is delivering the monologue, their partner, will be doing an interpretive dance.
When I thought this was a joke, like seeing the prompt of like, oh, an interpretive dance. I thought we're getting Todrick callback. Like we're getting.
That's not funny.
Okay, that's not funny.
No, Todrick.
No. I thought we were doing a dance number.
They should have gotten Abby Lee Miller in her wheelchair.
Just slowly back paneling out.
Yeah. And just like seeing her like struggle to like make her way into the workroom like it's Vivacious taking off her thing with angina. Or not angina, with Ornacia.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Arrived. Which, I mean, I'm glad Ariana Grande did that for the season 15 premiere. That was a good reveal. But
it was.
To make things more interesting, the queens aren't just doing whatever monologue they want, they have a topic that they pull out of Pick Crew member Bruno's big pink furry box. So we find out that the topics are as follows. Susie Toot will be delivering a monologue on Learn That the Hard Way. Jules Sparkles will be delivering something about Out of This World. So for Jules, it's like a ghost story, which interesting.
I forgot that that's her prompt.
For On Your Nerves, she has Obsessed, so something that she stewed over and like couldn't get out of her brain for so much. Lexi Love, Payback's a Bitch. A story about everybody's favorite bitch, Karma, with no H. The worst of not being 88%.
Oh my god!
I mean, stay accessible, you ain't gotta get accessible, okay? We have Sam Starr doing Triggered. It writes its stuff. And then Lana Jarre gets Lost. A moment where she felt lost in the world and had to navigate her way around it. Some of these were interesting choices. I'm trying to think, if there was a certain topic of any of these that you think you could have delivered a monologue on, Collins, which one would have been the one that you go for if it were up to you?
Triggered. You know why?
Why?
There's so many metaphors that you could use in your stupid little monologue. I love a good metaphor. I love a good dad joke. I love a good sharing of self, I guess. Being intimate. Because I love to be intimately triggered. That's why we go to therapy.
I was gonna say, that's also why we have toys. But anyways. So.
Yo, they can be discreetly packaged because let me tell you.
I mean, sometimes you just need a discreet package. I've been known to have a few. But anyways, we're going to get into, so here's where it gets even messier than the show already is. We need to figure out how, like, these queens are coming up with, like, earnest stories and, like, real stories. But then you have to decide if you're going to go, like, the super comedy route or if you're going to do, like, a very earnest interpretive dance, like, very, like, Squidward Live from SpongeBob. Like, if you were to dance to one of these stories, what route would you have gone? Like, what would be your approach as an interpretive dancer?
I mean, it's hard because I am not a ballerina, so I wouldn't be pretty or polished or anything. I'm probably a comedy queen.
Like, interpretive dance is not about being polished. It's just doing shit to do shit.
I mean, I think I would go the comedy route. I think a lot of it would be my face and being more expressive with my face and not being, I don't know. It's difficult because I'm not physically in it. And as I could say, oh, I would do that. I have no idea what I would do. But I would take the comedy approach because once you make Rue laugh.
Yeah, I feel like you have to go the comedy route, although I feel like for me, mine would be like very slapstick and very much it looks like me versus the Invisible Man at a GCW show. You just see me bumping all over the stage. Just like,
yes.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
I mean, we love physical comedy, but
do we like props? Yes, no.
I love
yes, no.
Love props.
Oh, always love a helping hand.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you need a little bit more than a hand, but I mean, we always got to think about the fact that they are really guiding themselves for this. So, like, for once, like, we're actually leaving the queens to their own vices instead of having to just, like, have them coached or do whatever. Mm-hmm. So we start to see, like, some stuff where, like, the girls aren't really in their feelings about, like, the order of things because Jewel was winning the mini challenge. She gets to pick the order again. But we saw how smoothly it went. Like, no one was really fazed by it this week because I think they realized, like, them being in pairs makes it a little bit easier. And also, something like this, it's not really, like, one thing where, like, you get in your head by seeing how someone else does. It's just, all right, well, this is how I'm tackling it. So, but, yeah. So, I mean, let's get into our thoughts on this challenge. So, for Susie Toot, her learned this the hard way was her talking about a spelling bee in second grade where she spelled the word air wrong, but she got her father's approval. very earnest delivery. And Jules was also just like, it wasn't terribly like earnest. It was a little funny, but it wasn't like anything like obscene, which is kind of what they were going for.
I mean, it does play into that Jersey girl mindset of if I ask for it, it'll come.
No comment. And then conversely, we see Jill Sparkles delivering her monologue for Out of This World, talking about the ghost experience she had of her inner dialogue that led her to do drag. A very earnest and moderate, like very like modest delivery. And then Susie too was like very much like very Sugar Plum Fairy, like ballet, like Nutcracker tease. It wasn't comedic at all.
Yeah.
It was a little crunchy, for being honest. Bobby, happy Saturday. We are living the dream over here. We've got 25 minutes of obscenity, but that's usually how it goes for this podcast. But, you know, we're here. We're loud. We're caffeinated. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be on fire.
Yeah. I mean, both of our desktops, no one's crashed. Can we give it up? Give it up for the technology. And actually hitting the right button on the first try.
I'm so proud of you!
You know, I deserve this.
Well done, Mama.
I know where things are located on my unlabeled soundboard, finally. It's a miracle. But, yeah, so Jules and Susie, very earnest performances, to which we see that flipped on its head when we get to Anya Nerve and Lexi Love. So Anya, her monologue about Obsessed is her foray into the world of raw veganism and her struggle to maintain said veganism while entering the world of drag. Those late nights, those closed restaurants, and she tells the story of a bean burrito, then getting loaded with some dairy products in there. And then the straw that broke the camel's back, and something that I relate to so much as a boy from Buffalo. Bitch just wants a chicken wing. But she didn't just have one chicken wing. She didn't have two chicken wings. She didn't have the elevated double chicken wing, also known as the bitch clamp, made famous by former WWE Women's Champion Jazz. No. She had 12 wings in this economy. And she was a closeted meat eater until she finally had to come out of the closet and accept the fact that, hey, I like meat in my mouth. Which?
I'm glad you said it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I always like a good wing in my mouth, you know?
Yeah,
good
with, like,
meaty
wings,
wing.
with like tacos, like sausages.
I love it all.
Yeah, sometimes you need just a good kielbasa will get you very far. Love kielbasa. But anyways, we also get into Lexi Love telling her story about Payback's a Bitch. About a friend of hers from back in Kentucky, where like she's confiding her about like getting into like her external trans identity after she's had it internally for so long, and the betrayal that she had on social media, and then kind of seeing like where things fizzled out, and looking at where things are now. Lexi Love on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race, and that ex-friend, irrelevant as fuck. But lest we forget, Anya and Lexi doing the interpretive dances for each other were fucking hysterical. Like, they put their all into it. Like, they were yes-anding. They were, like... It was so hard to not want to watch both of them, like... Because it's like, wait, who's going to keep my attention? Because the storytelling was good by both. But the physical comedy of their interpretive dance was excellent.
I mean, considering I feel like Lexi's story was so emotional, the way that she told the story, the cadence of the story, kind of made it fun. I don't want to say like an emotional story about like coming out as trans and like being rejected by your peers, and then, you know, the story afterwards can be funny, but it felt like that funny awkwardness that, I don't know, it made Lexi more endearing to me.
Well, I think it's also the fact that, like, looking back on it now, I could laugh about, like, damn, like, people are stupid as shit. Because I mean, look at like all the stuff that they were trying to say behind their keyboard, and look what I'm doing with my life.
Making money, being booked.
Making money, looking good, like actually doing something that I said I was going to do. Hello? Not too often get to see that nowadays. Everybody has a fucking opinion, but not everybody has the talent to make a platform. So, but we also get into our next pairing. So Sam Starr, her monologue on Being Triggered was talking about how she was going to run for prom king, or was it homecoming king?
Homecoming, yeah.
Her posters got defaced into homecoming queen, with Lana doing an actually pretty decent like dance performance to the story. I will say, Sam delivered this monologue in the way that like a pageant girl answers like their questions in the last round. Like it wasn't as bad as like Miss Teen South Carolina talking about education, but it's just. It was very prim and proper, and I'm like, no, we don't. I don't want prim here, but like not in a Mockingjay way where the care package blows up. But like, I'm just.
That's a deep cut. That was a niche reference.
Can you tell I've not had a chance to read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? Now there's a fucking 5th book.
I didn't know that there was a 5th book.
Yeah, this 5th, like, so we go from like the trilogy with Katniss and like Peeta and everything to President Snow in the 4th book to fucking Haymitch in the 5th book, because we're getting into all the quarter quells and shit.
Okay, I have a library card now, so I'm gonna be reading. Library's open.
Yeah. I need to get a library card too. The more I think about it. Also, this is not the Hunger Games podcast. No,
Listen, support your local library.
Yeah.
We always want to support our local queer libraries, because
I mean, isn't a local queer library just a drag show?
What if there was a drag show in a library?
No. You know what they need to do for Drag Races on MTV? You know what else used to be on MTV back in the day? Silent Library.
Oh my god!
I need to see 6 Rude Girls do Silent Library in full drag. But they have the loudest fucking Rude Girls. Like, I'm talking Trixie. I want Bob. I want Thorgy. Like, I want like the ones that could not be quiet to save their fucking lives.
Latrice. Latrice getting mad at everyone.
The level of unprofessionalism is far too much. Oh god. And then you just have fucking like Mistress Isabel Brooks be like, clock that T, but like she can't say clock that T because then they lose money. So it's like, oh god.
Oh my gosh, I had some friends in college who got to do that show, and they were so bad. They were the kind of college boys that were very college boys.
Like so the ones that were on Room Raiders?
Yeah, very Room Raiders, very.
Oh god. Can we just agree that MTV from the year 2000 to 2009 was like one of the best decades of MTV ever?
They, instead of playing 17 hours of ridiculousness every day on MTV, they should just do that era, because
bring it all back.
Do
Silent Library, Jersey
May
Shore,
1st, yeah.
Parental Control, Next.
Yeah, this day in history in 2007, and it's just the entire day's programming.
Like 10 years, but still, yeah. Also, never forget when WWE was on Silent Library with their jobbers. But hey, you know what? They got on track, and they were also lost. Like Lana Del Rey was lost in her monologue. Also, very just like not really emotive, although it was an earnest story. It could air all that too since Evolve. You know what? But it has to be the first series of all that. The revivals were not good. But yeah, Lana Del Rey, going back to the actual topic at hand, talking about like how she was like very lost with her queerness and realizing she loved drag growing up in a religious household, told very endearingly, but like her cadence was not really a storytelling cadence. It's just kind of reading an essay. Like, you know, like when you were a kid in school and you had to read in front of the class, it was all very monotone, very that.
It felt very, I'm sitting next to this person on the bus and they're just talking in my ear. And then I went to the store and then I found the penne pasta. And did you know that penne pasta? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
No.
I don't want to know.
I was going to say Penny Pasta. Great drag name. Welcome to the stage, Penny Pasta. She's a saucy queen.
Stack some sex.
Yeah, get ready to sink your teeth into a full plate of penny pasta.
Her meatballs are hidden.
And then the best part is, like, if she's doing a number and she's drunk, it's penny a la vodka.
Oh no! I love that. Oh,
You know, coming up with everything. But
her balls might be hidden, but they're always full of flavor.
yeah, see, that's a Housewives intro.
Did you hear Gabby Whitley's intro if she was on Housewives
Yes,
last
I did.
week?
Wait, this last week? Did she do another one?
Oh no, it was 2 weeks ago. Is it?
Yeah, no, it was good.
Is time real? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's an herb, but I mean, you know what else is real? It has been 10 years since season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race, with
What?
a runway that people know and people hated then. And we're going to hate it again now, because this week on the runway category is ugliest dress ever. And spoiler alert, a lot of these dresses were not ugly. Like, bring back being okay, like, unafraid to look ugly in drag.
Bring back wearing literal garbage.
Like, the thing that gets me is, like, the queens these days that are on Drag Race, they never had an ugly phase in drag, or seldom do they have an ugly phase in drag. Like, this is where you're being told, hey, look crunchy, look rotted, do the thing. And they still end up making something stylish. But up first we have Miss Susie Toot, who I think is probably the most successful of the ugly dresses, because this bitch looked like a felt Christmas tree with, like,
I can feel
pom-poms
that.
all over it. See, no one went the true ogre route, although there is a beast with wings. We will get into that as two.
A beast. You can tell the textures of this, and I feel like I can feel that on my hands. You know what I mean? Like, the texture of this was so good, so rich. Just
It literally
ugly.
looks like it's made out of tree skirts, which I love.
Yes, it's ugly Christmas at its finest. I kind of wish that maybe the color of her wig was different. Like,
No, I
it
don't,
wasn't.
because it very much gives, like, the same color and, like, texture of, like, an angel on top of a Christmas tree that's been oxidizing for, like, 40 years because it's a family heirloom.
I didn't get that. That's good. That's good. That's very cherub. I love that.
Yes, no, I thought Susie was the most successful of all the ugliest dresses, because it meets the brief. It's an eyesore, but it's also, like, objectively speaking, well done. So.
I mean, I do have to say, there is nothing that I hate wearing more than red and green accidentally together. So,
Yeah, although you do love a mint headphone.
I do love a mint headphone.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I have the red behind me, so technically we're doing the red and green right now, you know?
Well, Christmas comes every week. So too hot.
I was going to say, who's Christmas and why are they coming every week? Up next, Jewel Sparkles in this 1982 prom dress, inspired by her mother's actual prom dress from Puerto Rico.
The way that she told a story about how her mother got this prom dress and it was like special made or whatever. And then she showed up at the prom and there were other bitches also wearing the same dress.
But, like, my thing is, like, this is not an ugly dress. It's just of its time.
Yeah.
Like, things can, like, not age gracefully, but it doesn't make it ugly. It's just, oh, well, that's definitely the 80s. Like, the hair is very much the 80s, the blue eyeshadow. the overdrawn red lip. The braces were a nice touch, but just like, I don't know, it's still very cutesy to me.
It is kind of Jules Sparkles. It's like the girl from Finding Nemo goes to prom.
The girl from Finding Nemo had a quinceañera. And she just put on her woman's shoes.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. You know what it's giving? I don't know if you watched The Proud Family back in the day, but like, remember like when they had that episode of them doing the debutante ball? It very much
don't remember
of
that.
this. Like, go on Disney Plus and watch it, or like go wherever you watch.
I'm gonna, because this is the second Proud Family. This is the second Proud Family comment that you've made towards me.
Yeah, no, The Proud Family is such a good show. But yes.
It is.
Yeah, Jules, I mean, it's not ugly. I'm sorry, girl. Up next, On Your Nerve. Who was it that said like they were gonna do like the turkey that JFK pardoned for like Snatch Game or something? This is that turkey.
Listen. Down to the feet. I am impressed that it goes down to the feet. Good job On Your Nerve.
Wait, I just gotta hold on. Let me get this in here because I want to make sure that I say this correctly. 'Twas the great MJ Ruth Pete that once said, and I quote, "Gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me. Quick jump off before I let him get inside of me. Never tell him where I put it. Never tell him where I'm about to be. I run down before I have a insert. Talk your shit. Fight. Ask for a car when you ride that dick. You ain't really never got his fucking for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I have nothing to say. No notes.
I mean, I believe the chorus is now get your boots and your coats for this, but yes.
This is exactly the ugliest motherfucking thing I've ever seen. This is giving, oh, you want me to be turkey number one in the school play? I'm going to be turkey number one.
Yeah, it's given the Butterball hotline. Yeah. No, just like, it's very much like, she's plucky. Oh no. Did we lose Collins again? No, not another. Oh, I was about to say, did we lose you again?
No, I'm here. Listen.
Okay, I got very nervous. We almost had a disconnection for the second week in a row. But I mean, it's very much of the ilk of just like, I'm getting ready to like make a new pillow. I got to pluck some feathers, and then I'm gonna save the bird that I already killed by just getting ready to serve it up with some potatoes, some cranberry sauce.
What is that? What is that? Collard greens? What? Oh man, now I can't remember.
I mean, turkey neck and collard greens is actually really delicious, though. If we're talking about like food for real.
Amen.
Wait, what the fuck is that one animated? Was it like Bird Run or whatever? Like it was
Bird Run? Chicken Run?
Like, Chicken Run. Thank you. Like obviously it's a turkey, but like I want to see like someone edit in fucking On Your Nerve and did like the chase scene from Chicken Run.
I freaking love Chicken Run.
Yeah. I mean, you
I have it on.
Bird. But alas, we move on.
I'm a
Next
bottom,
up.
remember?
Lexi Love.
This is so cute.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, there's layers to this look, but I mean, ultimately,
layers? What? Groundbreaking.
yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to be on the nose with the runway critiques, but I mean, it's not that ugly. It's just very much floofied. Like there's never too many tutus. It literally looks like she bought every tutu that Hot Topic had, like, and she's getting ready to go to Warped Tour. Like, tell me this is not something that you would wear lip syncing to fucking Untouched by the Veronicas.
Oh no, I'm gonna find it.
Like, this look is very much I go ooh ooh, you go ah ah. And also, hi Auntie.
A bottom, yeah, I'd be a bottom forever and ever.
Yeah.
This boy is a bottom forever. I won a costume contest in college.
Oh boy.
And I had a tutu. And I'm going to tell you, my costume was Lady Gaga. When did Lady Gaga wear a tutu? I don't know. But it is a poker face. Can I find it?
Actually, I thought she did wear it. I was going to say poker face. Because, like, is it, like, the flat, like, blonde bang wig and, like, the teal of it?
Yep.
I thought she had a tutu for that.
Okay. If I can find it.
Yeah, no, that's going to be good. Hold on. We're going to... No, not that. Oh, wait, this kind of... I mean, we could have done this ages ago, but alas.
Okay. I'm going to have to find it, and I will post it online because it is not in the file that I thought it would be.
Let's go back to this view, because this is new. We haven't done this one before, and I feel like it actually works a little bit better, because I didn't know we could do this.
It's
Learn
cute.
something new with StreamYard every day. But yeah, no, like, it's not ugly. It's just a lot of tutus. That's all. And like the hair being in the same like bow tie shape as the actual tie.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, you didn't even see that there was it's not a shawl, it's a tutu.
Yeah.
That is so fun.
And then like the bright like latex corsets, like it's not ugly though.
Would you see this anywhere else other than Drag Race or this challenge?
I don't know yet. We'll circle back to this. Like, I could see, like, I don't know. Like, I hate to say that I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like this on Project Runway if they had a weird brief. But, like, it actually looks like something that could be fashionable. Wait, did you find it? Oh. Oh.
Oh no! Focus on it. Focus.
Yeah, I mean, when Gaga said "can't read my poker face," we could definitely read that one. But anyways, moving on.
I'm totally straight, people. Totally straight.
Speaking of things that are totally straight, we have Sam Starr, who's in a meat dress with a knife in her head.
Okay.
This is not ugly. If
It
anything,
is not
this haute couture.
ugly. I loved this so much, and I did not understand why this was supposed to be ugly.
Like, this feels like a modern interpretation of the meat dress from the VMAs.
Agreed.
Like, this looks like, this is giving me Listens to Mayhem once. And then, like, you just walk around like this. Like, it's not ugly at all. I like it.
Abracadabra.
Yeah. Like, the Garden of Eden, yes. Like, it's very much a Gaga-inspired look. Just because you don't like blood or, like, raw meat, like, that doesn't make this ugly. It's just not of your taste. Which is crazy, because it looks good. But not for an ugliest dress runway.
Yeah.
And last, but certainly not least, Lana Jarre. Now, it's one thing to be inspired by another queen, but this is the second time this season that we've seen someone else recycle another queen's look on a runway package. Although this time, it's the first one that's actually already been on the main stage, because when Corey King wore Monet's outfit, that was from Work the World. This is quite literally Candy Muse's pocket dress from season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race. and it doesn't look like anything's changed about it.
Here's the thing. This is also the second time Lana has completely copy and pasted someone else's look. It's not giving anything we haven't seen before.
There's no point of view.
Agreed. And
Like, it's very much as it was, which, like, sometimes it's okay to be on the nose, but if we're talking RuPaul's Drag Race, you want it to be, like, inspired by. You don't want to just be a recreation down to the T. That's just my 2 cents. But yes, ultimately, that will conclude the Ugliest Dress Runway. Favorite look of the week?
Anya and Susie. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because they understood the prompt. They understood what it meant. And they understood what the judges were looking for.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly agree. And we find out that this week, the winners of the Maxi Challenge, we have a tie, as it should be. It is Anya Nerve and Lexi Love. Do you agree?
Yes.
There's
no question. Yeah. There's no question.
And they complemented each other so perfectly well. It didn't feel like one was overshadowing the other. It's just like, match my energy and we're good. And they did.
I mean, I think we were all kind of nervous because of the mini challenge, because I feel like, I mean, maybe it's because Lexi and I are also the same kind of person where we laugh at our own jokes.
Yeah.
Because they're only funny to us.
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
Listen, I will be the first to admit there are some jokes that I find to be debilitating, cackling on the floor, and I haven't even gotten through the punchline, and I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
It's also how you're able to watch Ring of Honor every week still. The hits just keep on coming.
Listen, this last week I did not watch Ring of Honor. You know why?
Was it because Billy was on Dynamite instead?
Mentally, I said, I cannot handle this amount of abuse for free.
Wait, are you finally throwing the towel in?
No. It just said, oh, Kyle's off tonight? I'm not watching this. Oh, sorry to admit that. But I was also in pain. But, you know, we channel our feelings so many different kinds of ways, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't want to, like, walk you to the ledge by making you watch Ring of Honor when you're already in pain. Like, we don't need to we don't need this, like,
put me out of my
and of mice and men want to tend the rabbits. Like, no, none of that. But we do find out that the bottom two this week, it's Sam Starr and Lana Jarrett. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree too. And the bottom two are lip syncing to Illusion by Dua Lipa off of Radical Optimism. Collins, your thoughts on the lip sync?
I really liked this song, but I feel like ever since Dua Lipa started producing music, is her music on every single season? Is there a season of Drag Race that her music is not on?
Technically season 14 because they scrapped it. Yeah, it was a solo lip sync to Levitating by Deja Sky after she was the only person to do well on Snatch Game. And then they had a Lollapalooza instead. Although here's my thing. I love Future Nostalgia. I think that's one of the greatest pop albums of all time. I have it on vinyl behind me. But Radical Optimism, it just kind of felt like a reinterpretation of Future Nostalgia. However, this lip sync was really good. I think it's probably one of the best ones we've gotten all season. But it also shows that a lip sync for your life does not always mean everything depending on your track record, because we've seen it before where you can have your fourth lip sync and win, like we saw last season with Maya Mon LePage taking out Plasma. But at the end, we do see Sam Starr is the one that is staying and Lana Jarrett sachets away. Do you agree with this?
No. I thought that Lana licked up the floor. And you know what I love? I love that Lana went, I needed to get this skirt off. Like she knew the lyrics like people quote Bible verses. And I don't think that Sam.
Yeah, the stunts
Probably.
were perfectly well done. Although it is interesting because I also share the opinion that Lana won the lip sync, and Sam should have went home. But it's become a hot topic on the Clock app because I made a little video. Let's see. We're gonna see what the stats are right now. So currently, the video from last night is at 14,200 views with 503 likes and 180 comments. The girls are mad. But here's my thing. I don't want to be gauche about this, but ultimately, if it's a lip sync for your life and you lose the lip sync, you should go home. It doesn't matter what your track record is. It doesn't matter if you have 2 wins. It doesn't matter if you're from a drag dynasty. Especially because it's not looking like you're going to be the one that wins the season anyways. So send him home. Send him home.
Immediately.
But nonetheless, Lana Jarre does sashay away, and we have our top 5, which is Susie Toot, Anya Nerve, Lexi Love, Sam Star, and Jules Sparkles. And we're approaching next week a staple challenge on Drag Race, but it's going to be fun to see how this one plays out. We have a family makeover challenge next week, so loved ones are going to be coming in. It looks like it's going to be emotional. It looks like some of the looks are probably going to be really good. I mean, I am excited because we are in the home stretch. We are inches away from the finale now, which is crazy to think. So, I mean, Auntie Collins, your thoughts on this week and what's left of the season?
So this hasn't been my favorite episode. I watched Untucked. They weren't dramatic in the background. This challenge would have been perfectly suited for Corey King, Lydia. So I think this runway specifically should have been much deeper. But all in all, I'm excited for what's to come. We only have a couple more episodes left. I don't know. It's kind of neck and neck, but if I could use my crystal ball, I would say Anya Nerve is going to...
You can't use your crystal envy. She went home already.
She posted... I think she posted her what her garbage look would have looked like.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of Beanie Babies. Again, not really that ugly. It's just loud.
It's just tacky. It's not tacky.
Like, ugly is not tacky. It's just that it's ugly. But regardless, I do agree with the sentiment. I feel like it's Anya Nerve's season to lose at this point. Like, she's on a run that's like very much of the same ilk as Sasha Colby's run was on her season 15.
Yep.
And I don't think she's losing. I certainly don't. I would be genuinely shocked if something happens next week and we see her in the bottom because she has carried herself so well throughout this whole season and made a huge fucking fan out of me.
If she were to lose the next season of All Stars, she would be on. Who from this season would you like to see on All Stars?
I've already thought about this to an extent. You know what? I'm going to do this in a different way. I'm going to do Queens I Want on All Stars and Queens I Want on a Versus the World season. Because Versus the World is just like an All Stars light where it's like usually like a 6-episode season, but like it's also like a mixture of international girls. For sure, for an All Star season, I want Corey King back. I want Corey King being stupid and funny like always. I feel like she would be great. As far as like a Versus the World season, I want Crystal Envy to come back for that, or Joella. Because
Ella.
If it's gonna be Joella on like a UK Versus the World, and she does exactly what Mayhem Miller did, and just like not give a fuck for the first episode, make good TV, and get eliminated, I'm okay with that.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like some of the other queens, like, it's not shade to them. It's just like, I feel like in the current like sphere of Drag Race, unless like you were like an elite on your season or like you really gained a lot of notoriety after your season, like it's not just like a foregone conclusion that you're going to be back for All Stars, and I don't think it should be a foregone conclusion that you're going to do All Stars. Because like I could see queens like Lydia doing well, like after Drag Race, making appearances and everything, doing like a web series and stuff, and doing really well with that. I mean, Corey being the fucking cameo queen.
I know. I was about to say. She's
Which, by
cameo
the way,
queen.
how the fuck did she lose first place to Nikki Blonsky, who literally did a hate crime,
Hate crime.
a racially motivated hate crime, at an airport after she played fucking Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray.
Somebody, the first thing I did when I opened TikTok, by the way, today, was somebody going through a Hallmark movie that she was in.
Oh no.
It's so bad. It's so bad because obviously her entire personality is fat girl, right?
I was gonna say her entire personality is literally fat girl, and I'm Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray.
Oh my god!
I'm Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray. Walked, so I'm Roxy Andrews, and I'm here to make it clear it could run.
But Roxy Andrews actually has talent, so.
I mean, we're talking about drag dynasties. We're talking about her mother and her grandmother turning shit out, like, period. But anyways,
Amen.
We have ourselves another week coming up, so make sure that you guys are staying tuned with everything here at OLE. I mean, OLE Podcast on the socials, our local establishment on the media sites. I mean, come on. We're bringing it to you every week. Even when we have a lot of shit going on and we're like, hey, do we want to pause? Like, no, we keep going. We keep going. And speaking of keep going, where can people keep going to find you, Collins?
Find me _queer auntie on all social medias. We're taking a week off for Wrestling Made Me Cry tomorrow. So don't show up at Fightful Overbooked. But you can find me on all social media. I am streaming Thursdays through Sundays usually. It's just an off week for me. But feel free to find me on socials if you would like to donate to Hannah's GoFundMe. I can pin it on my X since it's the only thing that you can pin things. I don't think you can pin on Blue Sky
I think
yet.
you can pin on Blue Sky.
You can pin on Blue Sky.
We're gonna find out. Yes, you can pin on Blue Sky. Speaking
All
of,
right,
I have
I will.
a 2-month-old pin post. Let me unpin that.
I will pin it.
Yeah.
But go find my 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 Blue Sky. I'll post it on Blue Sky. And me as dressed as Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah. And then me, Jose in the Air everywhere. I mean, I come here every Saturday. I'm figuring out what the hell my own content's looking like, but I mean, also on the TikTok, Jose on a Whim, if you want to see some random splices of bullshit that I do over there. Have fun with it. And then as we get closer to WrestleMania, who knows where the hell else I'm going to be popping up. So just keep your eyes peeled because I can be anywhere, really, truly. But yes, make sure that you are liking this video, that you're commenting if you watch back on the VOD, that you share it, that you're subscribed to our local establishment because every week you're getting at least 5 to 6 different podcasts about anything. We got sports, we got wrestling, we got Marvel, we have horror, we have drag. I mean, come on.
Horror? What'd you call me?
I've called you worse. No, I'm kidding. But I'm just saying, like, we have such a good variety of hosts and topics here that you're going to find something that's going to stick out to you. Ma'am.
Sorry. I am... Ma'am is gender neutral. I'm having too much fun.
Yes, we will see you guys next week for another episode of the Mother Tuck and Post Show. Until then, take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Love each other. And when in doubt,
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.